I took 2 trades on ES. We're going to go over why these trades didn't work out and what was my thought process to take these trades. So coming in today, I was bearish, and these are the 2 trades I took. First trade was a order block entry here, and then second trade was a trend continuation trade from a break of structure for value gap right there. So by trend continuation, I mean we come to an intermediate time frame fair value gap, which is basically the 15-minute. And then we have these 2 fair value gaps here. One's right here between these 2 candles, and the other one's here. So we tapped into the first one, then reached into the second one there. And I was looking to take a trade short to target these trend line lows here that we see on the 4-hour trend line lows, and eventually coming into this monthly top of the weekly fair value gap right there, close to that volume imbalance. So these trades did not end up working out, which is okay. But the reason I took this trade is because we had come into this 12-hour fair value gap pre-session, and then at market open, we started moving lower. So this reaction we had from this 12-hour fair value gap ended up getting us to sweep this 4-hour low that we had at July 27th, and it pretty much exhausted that. Right at that point, it started reversing and went the other way. So, and that's where I should have changed my bias, because things had changed on NQ. So if we take a look at NQ had the same 12-hour fair value gap up here, but it hadn't touched it, right? So we can say that NQ was a little bit more bearish and wanted to go lower. Why did it want to go lower? Right? Wanted to go lower, so it wanted to reach for this monthly fair value gap below here. So, and this is basically what did me in today. My rule is when it comes into high temper for value gaps is that I wait for the first trade into it, and then I trade the same direction in which it was formed, regardless, like just 15 minutes after market has opened, right? So we had done this, and at the time, I was not aware of this because I only thought that I only use this rule for the daily and the 12-hour. But now I looked back through my chart, because it doesn't take that long when it's the monthly. It doesn't happen that often. But I looked back throughout the months and the years, and it shows that even the high time frames, the weekly and the monthly, if we trade into it, the first day, you want to take the inverse, the trade in the same direction of which it was formed, right? So if I had known this, let's take a look at how I would have approached the day. So these are the 2 trades I would have taken if I had known that. So here you can see we swept this is 12-hour low right there. And we wait for it's the same thing. We wait for 15 minutes, and then we look to enter on a CISD pretty much, or which other setup comes before. So here we look for the first order block entry here. So this here it's like, I kind of call this like a fake order block here. I like to look for 2 candle separation here. Here we only have 1, and yes, it does close above it, but it's not a valid order block. So the first one I would have taken is here, 2 candle separation, trade above it, enter off there, targeting London high, right? So this trade would have been a loss. And then this is the other trade I would have taken, right? Order block entry right there. And you can just wait for it to retrace here at 11:15, or you just enter off the candle that closes the high. This is likely what I would have done, right? So yeah, that's basically it. Today was a -2 day, and days like this, I think these days are more important than the winning days, because you actually learn something from it. Today we learned that those high time frame gaps, we have to treat them the same way that we treat those daily and 12-hour gaps. Whereas when we trade into it, right, we just have to wait the first 15 minutes and then reverse our position because at the end of the day, the higher time frames are more important. So I can't trade based off a 12-hour when we've already come into a monthly for the first time because high time frames are king. So moving forward, the 1% I gained today is that the weekly and the monthly and anything above that, when we come into the first time, which whatever day it is, right? But importantly, the first time, I have to trade the same direction of which it was formed. So yeah, that's basically it for me today. But yeah, hope you guys had a better trading day than me. But yeah, good luck and good trading, guys.